Hello, everyone. Welcome, Witchy Nicole, Sarah, Maggie May, Jess. Welcome, everyone. So, the last 2 days have been stressful for some people. We have a little slob who decided to ramp up his attacks. Hey, Robin. So he's butt hurt. So Slobby is butt hurt still over an alleged dox. So he's accusing Jamie and Hooker of doxing him. So he is claiming and crying. Oh, Hooker, ah, ah, ah. Hey, Missy K. Ah, ah, Hooker, doxed me. Are you kidding me? Do you actually know what the real definition of getting doxed means? So we're going to pull up the actual definition of doxing. So, so we're going to take the Wikipedia. So hold on, let me get this up here. This is so let's put up the definition. Doxing or doxing, depending on the spelling, is the act of publicly providing personal identifiable information about an individual or organization, usually via the internet. Historically, the term has been used interchangeably. Okay, hold on. Let me make this full screen here for everyone so they can see this. Historically, the term has been used interchangeably to refer to both the aggregation of this information from public databases and social media websites like Facebook, as well as the publication of previous private information obtained through criminal or otherwise fraudulent means such as hacking and social engineering. So, what is a full? So, telling someone's first name on here is not doxing somebody. Hey, my name's Bill. Someone calls me Bill, they're not doxing me. Saying someone's occupation is not doxing somebody. Posting someone's address, phone number, full name, well, that could be considered doxing. So, everyone may have seen so here are some examples here. So if anyone wants to look this up themselves, but hey Oda May, hey Samantha, Red Door. So when we think of, yeah, Samantha, hey Smiley, hey Oda May, welcome. So he's mad because he told everyone that he was a bus driver. And that got out. Excuse me, that's not doxing your job, dumbass. Get your terminology right. Your full address was not released. Your full name with your full name, your phone number, because I banned Shih Tzu lover for giving someone who commented on a video. Someone commented on my video, and Shih Tzu decided to give the person's full name or who she thought it was. Now she got the boot because I'm not going to allow people to pull that. Not on my channel. Fuck no. Not in my comments. Not in my chat. So that didn't happen. Jamie didn't do that. Jamie didn't call him by his full name. Didn't release his address. He just said he was a bus driver. Give me a break. So he's angry over that, and he kept his so-called mouth shut since June. Sounds a little off there. So he kept this anger and hatred building up. And then suddenly he strikes. Oh, I'm moving in a week. I got a new job. Hey, Michelle K. So this has something to do with you. So after what happened the other night, so I'm glad you're here. So Oda May, I don't really care what Robbie's panel had to say to me. Really, I was rude right back. So yes, I did go up. I did click his link when he complained because he constantly complains that no one takes a link. And I did say fuck you to his face. I own it. I said it. I'm not sorry for it. I'm not one bit sorry. I'm not sorry for it. He was sitting there dragging Navigator, and I forget the other person that went in, asking Robbie, Slobby, to stop it. Can you please stop? And what happened? She got banned. Navigator got the boot. Why? Because she goes over to Jamie's. She supports Jamie, and there's nothing wrong with that. And then he had the nerve. Then he had the nerve to drag Siren, to put Siren into it Sunday night. When he announced he was going to be a grandfather. I thought that was disgusting. So he's dragging people who he deems unworthy or so-called unloyal. Really? I thought subs can go wherever they want on here. Beyond rude, Otome. Beyond rude. He's beyond rude to everyone. Siren, Navigator, dragged Michelle K through the mud again, called her a hoe for the second time, and she did nothing personally to Robbie, Slobby. Mm-hmm. Absolutely agree, Michelle. So yes, I did go up on Slobby's panel when I got the chance, and I did say fuck you to him. And I'm not sorry about it. He was making threats to Gladys. He was threatening to bash he was threatening Jamie left and right. And he thought it was all right to do it. He thought it was all right. When a lot of these people did nothing to you, they supported you at one point. And this all started when a certain somebody pranced right in, pranced right in here, and decided she thought she was better than everyone else and manipulated the hell out of you. Shame on you. Hey, Zen. Oh, and we're going to get to that, Jason. Hey, and we're going to get to that. We're going to get to that tonight. We're going to get to that because some of these things that are coming out about Slobby. Hey, Moon. And he said that I'm a nobody. Nobody likes me. Really? And then he told me he saw my face on Sirens that no one will put a dick in the mouth. Really? You thought that would get me all flustered and angry? Slobby. You have to go low and insult people's looks when you can't win the argument. You have to call women who did absolutely nothing wrong. They did nothing to you. They did nothing to anyone else that you're talking about. And you call them bitches and hoes and cunts. Now, when I'm calling someone a bitch, a hoe, and a cunt, they probably are one. And they probably did something to me or someone I know on here. And they probably did something beyond despicable. Mm-hmm. Otame, you're absolutely right. Robbie is letting his good longtime friends go while letting the trash come in. Well, maybe he is trash, Otame. Maybe he is trash. He just the mask came off. So let's start at the beginning here. I heard of Robbie probably before I showed up here. Amy was saying, "Oh, I'm so good. I like this guy Robbie. Oh, I love this guy." And so I decided to check the guy out. He was going through. I think he looked high as a kite. This was during his drug phase, his meth out time, and I told Amy to be careful. She was right. I had to really think about it because I couldn't remember. I couldn't remember what she was saying last night. It was long ago. So yeah, I was right. Hey, Rebel. So so I told Amy to be careful. There's something off about him, and I was actually right. So I didn't become a YouTube regular till January of last year. I was under a different sock account. I was under a different sock account, and I was just watching most of the time. I was in sometimes in Robbie's chat, and I decided, all right, I'll give this guy Robbie a chance. I'll listen to him. He has some good points, good qualities. He's making me laugh. So, all right. He's actually showing some receipts to what some of this shit that's going on. So yeah, but also at that time we had to deal with baby mama because she had her channel going after everyone. She was a real bitch. She lied about everyone. She was delusional. And I heard Slobby over Sunday night. She mentioned her, and he mentioned that he took her message and accepted that sloppy little wench's apology. Apparently, that was all fake, Otame. Apparently, it's all fake. Apparently, what he's doing now is he's doing what the popular thing to do is, not what the right thing to do is on this platform. Hey, Rachel. So when I came on here, I says, "Look at these Karens." I looked at this shipwreck back rack. I says, "Oh dear, look at her." Then I looked at Natasha. Then I looked into Natasha Cooper when she came out of Robbie's mouth. I did my research because no one would explain to me who this cow was. All I was told was she's bad news. It's like it was like hard to explain. I had to see for myself some of these clips. So I went onto YouTube. This was maybe in April. May, and I see this Natasha girl saying some of the things that Slobby was saying Sunday night. And I was like, oh my. So he had his little arguments. I'm gonna be fair here, ladies and gentlemen. Some people that he dragged viciously deserved it. I'll say select few on there were actually antagonizing him, harassing him. I will say that. I'm going to be fair. We all know one of them, who one of them is. One of the number one Karens on this platform, which I'm not going to go publicly about. So I don't want to give that Karen attention. But so some of these ladies, I'll say that some did deserve to get cussed out by Robbie. I'll say that. But I will say this. Some people didn't deserve to get cussed out like they did. Sometimes over something small, he went off the rails and went too far. He turned something small and turned it into a molehill. This is typical Slobby fashion. But we're actually learning now what was going on. Some of the things that Slobby doesn't want you to know about. And he wants you to he this is what I got from Slobby's stream. He wants everyone to believe, or he's trying to get everyone to believe that, oh, it wasn't me. Oh, it wasn't me. It's all Amy's fault. Amy's the problem. So Slobby kept going on and on about Amy and how this is all her fault. But he never, ever took responsibility or accountability for anything he's done. I noticed that he just pointed the finger. It's all Amy's fault. It's all Jamie's fault. It's all Amber's fault. So, what part of this whole thing is your fault, Slobby? And don't go and say I did nothing wrong. I don't buy it. So don't sit there and say, well, I did nothing wrong. I do nothing wrong. It's all everyone else's fault. Start pointing the finger because you want to get out. You're trying to weasel your way out of the pile of garbage you got yourself into. Mm-mm. Don't sit there and get us to believe you did nothing because that's total bullshit, my opinion. Because you posted a screenshot with Amy and you only posted half of it. You didn't post the entire conversation, Slobby. When Jamie responded and with Amy on panel, they showed the entire what came before and what came afterwards. And it didn't look as bad. So what you're trying to do is blame just a few people that your new trashy little fans don't like, and you're trying to weasel your way out. And say, well, but here's the thing. If Slobby was so offended by the things that were going on in those so-called private chats, why did he stay in those? Hmm. Because he enjoyed the jokes or the comedy or what else was going on. He was actually participating. Hmm. Wouldn't that make more sense? so if so when you want to say something slobby, make sure it makes sense. Make sure it passes the sniff test. Because there was several people on here that I'm not going to mention their names, but they went along, they went around saying, I do nothing wrong. I never do anything wrong. That was their line. That was back on the Facebook days. That was they kept doing that on when they came on to this platform. Is I do nothing wrong. I'm the victim here. Really? So I decided to ask a few questions. Name one thing you've done wrong or made a mistake. And they said nothing. So when I told Robbie Slobby last Sunday night to fuck off, fuck you, I meant it. And then he tried to look shame me and he asked what was my problem. And I says, I don't like the threats. And that was absolutely correct. He was threatening Gladys, degrading Navigator, and he was inviting Jamie to Colorado to kick his ass and he'd pay for his plane ticket. I was like, for 10 minutes, is this for real? And I had to rewind. hmm It was utterly disgusting. Some of the things he was saying, and yeah, I did say fuck you because he deserved it. Yes, I did call Mrs. Flashlight porn star because she starred in a porn production with something with a flashlight stuck up her rear end. And then Slobby says, "Oh, porn stars are hot." Really? So you're saying, Slobby, that all porn stars are hot? Interesting concept, right? So you're saying that everyone that stars in a porn flick, either homemade or otherwise, is hot. I tend to disagree with that statement. There's half the porn out there. It's ew. I'm serious. It's like they're not even good looking. They look disgusting. And they want to try to sell that to the public. And then he said, and then he tried to tell me, "Oh, I saw your face on Sirens," and no one will put their dick in my mouth, huh? Are you mad, Slobby, because I won't put yours in my mouth? You're damn right I won't. Because here's why. You're mediocre. I never told you this, but I don't want to hurt your feelings. But you're not that great looking. You're not that great looking, Slobby. You got all that pubic hair on your face. Yeah, all that pubic hair. Ew. And then you put knives to people's throats. Ouch. Yeah, I don't like your I don't like your bedside manner either. Sex is supposed to be fun, not scary. So we're gonna do a poll here. I want to see I'm not Michelle K. We're just I'm gonna Well, I want everyone to be honest, ladies. Well, he thinks that he thinks he's the hottest thing out there, and then everyone wants him. So I want everyone watching to tell the truth when you answer this poll. So, do you find Slobby attractive? So, I'm sure Slobby's watching tonight. So, I want everyone to actually tell Slobby what you think. Be honest. If you think he's attractive, you can vote yes. But I want you ladies to be honest. He likes to look shame everybody, so I'm gonna just give him a little dose of his medicine before we get to some more and Michelle, I agree with you. I normally don't go here, but and you are 100% right, Witchy. You are 100% correct on this. It does not matter how good looking you are on the outside. If you're ugly on the inside, nobody wants you. And I think that's what Michelle K is trying to portray too. This is what some people don't get. Okay. Yeah, Michelle. Everyone has their tastes in men, which is fine. But he thinks he's God's gift. Yeah, that's why I said mediocre. Rebel Soul. He isn't the worst looking, but he isn't the best. That's what I had to give an honest answer to everything here. I'm not going to sit there and lie just because he's being an ass. Oh yeah, which he beauty fades, dumb as forever. And I don't think Slobby is that smart, really. I think he probably struggled through high school or something like that because he didn't seem too smart like on Sunday. That's just my honest opinion. I don't know if people are going to disagree with me, but it's just how it is. Yeah, oh, man, I used to think the same thing. I used to think the same thing that Robbie was a fair person, reasonable person, but we don't know what happened to him. Now he's mean. Now he's just nasty. It's like a switch got turned on in him, and now he's a prick. And there's nothing wrong with that, Robin. There's nothing wrong with that. And I respect that opinion, PB&J. Me too, Missy K. That's just how I am. I don't like them too anorexic looking. That's just my taste, but you're absolutely right. But when you want to go at someone's looks, there's something you either lost the argument, you have nothing to or you're insecure about your own looks. Alrighty. Okay. So we're gonna get to the blame game. You know, when someone's trying to get out of trouble, they always point the finger at, oh, it's their fault. It's their fault. And this is what I'm seeing. That's what I'm seeing. I'm sure Robbie's gonna come up with, he doesn't know what he's talking about again. So, yep, Robin. Absolutely. Absolutely, Robin. And Natasha has no right to be going after people's looks. I'm just saying, hey, Mama Bear. So before we start with that, I wanted to say that the first time I did this live when the so-called peace was done with you know who, was because people were hurt. People had feelings. Everyone in this chat has feelings. And some people behind a keyboard forget that fact. So Robbie was, in my opinion, was thinking of himself. He didn't care about his so-called friends. He practically said to this community, "Well, welcome." Flashlight, gave her a nice big hug, and said, practically said, in certain words, "You can attack anybody, just don't attack me or start trouble on my channel." Let's be friends. Let's be besties. That's how I took it. I'm sure many others took it the same way. So what Slobby did was thought of himself, only himself, what was good for Slobby at the time. Now that's pure selfishness. That's pure selfishness. Nobody else's feelings mattered. So what did Slobby do when I went live to explore how everyone else was feeling about this? And I opened up my panel to anyone who wanted to come up and speak their piece. So does anyone remember what happened? Michelle decided to come up. She was emotional about it. So Robbie wanted to come up and explain. We didn't know. We're not. I'm going to say this right now. We don't know what goes on in Robbie's inbox. We don't know this. I didn't know that Amy and Robbie had a fallout that day or the day before. I don't know the date. But me and Michelle didn't know that. But that wasn't the point. He failed to grasp the point. He decided to come on and say, we didn't know what we were talking about. We didn't know what we were talking about because we didn't know what was going on in his email. And he said we didn't know what we were talking about because we had feelings about what happened and opinions about it. So, in layman's terms, he didn't care what we thought or that we had feelings. He just thought it was superficial that he made peace with Tiff. No, that wasn't it. That wasn't why everyone was upset. That wasn't why everyone was up in awe. It was that he decided to go for peace at the expense of everyone else. He didn't say when he went live that Flashlight decided to back down. All everyone wanted was her to stop. That was it. So everyone had feelings about it. And what did Robbie do? Came on my panel, called Michelle K a whore when she didn't do anything fucking wrong or did anything, to my knowledge, to Robbie. Didn't do a damn thing. She didn't do a damn fucking thing. Hey, Shelly, welcome. She didn't do a damn thing. And I was like, oh my, in my mind. I was still processing what he said. I was shocked. Yup, 100% Samantha. He did that Sunday night too. He did that Sunday night. Hey, Irish twin. So I had my hand about to boot his fucking ass, and he dropped. He kicked himself off. He kicked his self off. Okay, everyone. The poll's done. Do you find Robbie Slobby attractive? 86% of you say no. So there you go, everyone. This is what everyone thinks of Slobby. The one he calls one of my mods a whore, calls Gladys a cunt, and he thinks he's all that. He's just mediocre and likes to look shame everyone else. And then he decides, oh, no one wants to put a dick in my mouth. He says that to me. Mm-hmm. OG Fish, welcome. Yep. But it's all to personal taste, OG Fish. Some people may find him attractive. But oh, thank you, Smiley. So Robbie did that on my panel, and Michelle started to cry. So he started to laugh at that. It's not funny. So you take pleasure, Slobby, out of making everyone suffer because you're so angry inside? Yeah, you got a point there, Zen. For me, it's both. He's not physically attractive or his insides are attractive. So for me, it ruins it. So we're learning. Smiley, since you're a member, that there'll be a link on my community wall to join. So, hmm and then he decides to say, I don't know what I'm talking about. My opinion don't matter, and I'm a nobody on here. Him contradicting himself that views don't matter, how many people in your box don't matter. So that's contradicting himself. So that's contradicting himself and saying that he don't care how many people are in his box when it goes live. So he's telling me that he don't that because I don't have always have a lot of people in my box that I'm a nobody. Okay, whatever. Whatever you say, Slobby. Whatever you think. Whatever you think. I don't care. Yeah, and then he doubled down Sunday night and then Hannah mentioned me and I was like, oh dear. Is he going there again? So so he has to point the finger at everyone else for what he does. And so it came out last night that Slobby has all these little alts that he doxes people with. That's an interesting fact. That's an interesting fact I didn't know much about. Now I'd like to see some receipts on that one because that would be a lot of fun to see which ones are him. So if anyone has receipts to share on which alts are Slobby, my email's in my description. You'll remain anonymous, or you can if you find me on Discord, you can send them to me via message. Your name will not be mentioned. Well, I want to see which ones are Slobby and proof that they are him, or proof that he admitted that these are his alts. Because if he's actually doxing people in this community who are supposedly his friends or used to be his friends, ouch, that would make him a backstabbing asshole. So when I went up and told him fuck off, he tried to insert Amy into all this. Hey, Cranky, welcome. So he tried to insert Amy, and then had to put in that Amy hates me. Really? You really had to do that? Well, I'm not a psycho like you are, Slobby. I don't think so, Smiley. I think he took it down from what I'm hearing. I'd have to double check, but let me check that real quick. Hold on. Just give me a second to look. Let's see here. It's gone. It's gone. And that's absolutely true, Red Door. That's absolutely true. His behavior is like a roller coaster. He's nice sometimes, and then he goes cuckoo in the head and starts with his temper tantrums. But when he mentioned tried to put it in my head that Amy hates me, come on. You're trying to start another fight? I could see right through that one. I already know that Amy talks smack behind the scenes. Already know that. I already know she came to my channel at first with somebody else and left some nasty comments. I already know that. I already know that she started banning me from a few channels. I already know that. Slobby. I already know that. Do I hate Amy? No. Was I angry? Yeah. Maybe for the first week or so. Maybe for the first week or two. Because it hurt. Did Amy annoy me? Yeah. She sure did. But I even said I wasn't involved. I even told Robbie this. I'm not involved. I'm not interested in fighting with her. I'm not interested in starting anything up with her. You get what I'm saying, ladies? If she wants, this was my this was my view at the time. If she wanted to act up behind the scenes, and if she wanted to stomp her feet and cry, like a child, that was on her. It wasn't going to be on me. Chris, yeah, absolutely. So, Slobby, nice try. Since you like to share private messages, I sent my little unban request that I sent you where you said I root for peace for you and Amy. I sent that to Jamie. Where you're trying to get yourself involved in a friendship. You're trying to get yourself in the middle of it. And I had to say I have her blocked, which I did at the time for a very long time. Yeah, I sent that to Jamie, the two emails about that topic. And I included what I said. I included the entire conversation. If it makes me look a little bad, so be it. I don't just show part of the conversation, Slobby. So if Jamie wants to use it on his live stream, he has full permission for me to do it. Because apparently you have no morals, backbone. So here's another issue. Here's another issue. So back in November, somebody sent from one of those throwaway emails me something. It was from Jamie's mod chat, actually. And it was one of those disappearing emails. Once you read it, it disappears. Now, this person apparently doesn't like Amy very much, or Amber. So we can surmise or guess who this email probably belonged to. Now, I was reading my emails. I opened it up and I was going to get back to it. But by the time I got back to it was gone. So it stuck in my mind. I knew Amy and Amber made some comments in Amy's mod chat. Lonnie sent me a few, but around December, things started to deteriorate. I had noticed Amy was having a negative opinion of me, and it started to the relationship started to deteriorate from there. Started coming into my chat screaming. I'm not going to sit there and say Amy's a perfect person. However, here's the thing I realized. She claimed that she was getting complaints, saying I didn't know what I was talking about. She wouldn't elaborate. Now, I kind of believe now that came from Slobby's camp. I don't know. I don't know if it was or not. I highly doubt it came from Jamie's. Because I'll say most of the people over at Jamie's are decent people. Jamie's a decent person. So I guess Slobby was complaining that things weren't up to his standards. And apparently someone, I don't know who yet. I'm sure this is going to come out sometime. Somebody was complaining about every little thing I did. That offended thee and started whining. So that's how the relationship with Amy ended. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I still care about Amy. Yeah, yeah, cranky squirrel. It was my opinion at the time that I think I'm right on this, that Amy was being used as an answering service for complaints. You know, if someone really wanted to start trouble, hey Tokyo. So if someone really wanted to start trouble, all they have to do is use someone you know and start complaining, hoping they'll hear about it. So now they want to blame every now I don't go around blaming everything on Amy. I don't blame everything on Amber. I don't blame everything on Jamie or everyone else in this community. When I do something, I own it. If you want to judge me for it, so be it. And to tell you the truth, most of my support comes from Noodle Mash's channel and from Jamie's crowd anyway. So why would I be scared to call out Mr. Slobby Pants? Yup, which you can call, and it's also called self-awareness. I could at least sit back and think about, look in the mirror and say, okay, I did something. How can I make myself better? I'm not saying I was 100% in the right all the time. Yeah, but Slobby has to sit there and blame Amy, who is probably just trying to help. Yes, she does have an occasion to get angry, and she has been a lot lately. I'll admit that. And she has a tendency to scream and yell at you. That's true. But Amy doxing people publicly? No, not her style. Her behind an alt bullying people? No. Sorry, not Amy's style either. Amy isn't perfect, but there's some things that she won't do. And she's not in porn. Everyone, I've known her for years. Amy isn't a fan of porn either. So so her having a chat full of porn doesn't make any sense to me. So that's a flat lie. So anyone who sits there and accuses her of having a chat full of flashlights, revenge porn, is full of shit. Just because it says 18 and up doesn't mean there's porn in it. Yikes. Did some of these people leave their brains on the kitchen counter? Yep, me too, Tokyo. I call bullshit on that one too. Mm-hmm. Absolutely, PB&J. And then here's the thing. Here's the thing, PB&J. You might have to go back on this channel, but I was trying to tell the story of what Robbie was saying on his channel. And Slobby totally misunderstood what I was trying to say. So he thought I didn't know what I was fucking talking about. The point I was trying to make is okay, suppose I say something to Samantha, right? Online. I'm just making a hypothetical example. I say something to Samantha. Now, Cranky can't use that in court paperwork and say, I said that to her. So Slobby comes up on panel that time and says the exact same thing. I was trying to say. So he tried to make me look like out to be a fool that day. And like in my mind, I was like trying to be nice. And I just, oh, are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? You got a point there, Cranky. Some don't have brains to leave on the kitchen counter. The brain cavity is full of air. The whole slobby thing is like he uses people to make himself out to look like the good guy. And then when he's caught in a corner, he blames it all on everyone else. So I hope people. So if you have anything on Mr. Slobby Pants, feel free to send it to my email. Send it to Jamie. Because Slobby has messed with the wrong crew here. I'm sure Amy has a lot. And I'm sure a lot of people have a lot more crap. They have a lot more to say. Can he be saved from himself? I doubt it. Oh, please, mods, share Amber's link. Um, Amber went down today, sadly. The trolls decided to click that report button, molested it actually. Decided to molest that report button falsely. So I can't see any terms of service violations on her part. And here's the thing. I feel ashamed. This guy makes me feel ashamed to be gay. The way he's acting. So let's put this into perspective. Why I feel this way. So we have Flashlight and Miss Potato Head. They go on this Aussie Outlaws channel and they drag a gay wedding. They both had wrenches for this Aussie Outlaw guy. I actually did a live. I actually did a live up exposing that after she decided to lie on Dorothy's that day. And yes, I did say something graphic on Dorothy's panel. I said she didn't like Jamie in the first place, she should have kept her legs closed. But hey, but here's the thing with that comment. It wasn't meant to be sexist. Well, Jamie should have kept his pants zipped too, because if Jamie had to do it all over again, he even admitted. I said it to his face too. If he had to do it all over again, there would be no going out with that cunt. So there's that one. Yeah, it was. It was cranky, and I'm actually honored to be in it. So Miss Potato Head and Flashlight were mods participating in the insults in chat, restreaming Slobby's wedding with F word bombs and all that. We didn't expect anything less of them two ignorant shitheads. Then, then before that, we saw Flashlight slapping her live in, actually slapping him, calling him the F slur. And then we had other homophobic remarks and racist remarks coming out of Flashlight and probably Miss Potato Head. But Slobby doesn't seem to care about that. Or anyone else in this LGBTQ community. So this makes me feel ashamed. In a way, or embarrassed that I was ever over at his channel in the first place. Because now he sits there and says it's all right what she did, and what Miss Potato Head said was all right now. Oh, so now he's saying It's okay. I forgive you. You can go after whoever you want and do whatever you want. I'll kick Jamie and his friends to the curb for the sake of peace. Peace, everyone. I'll do the popular thing instead of doing and standing up for what's right. Yeah, he sure puts on a show though. It's embarrassing. Let's just put it that way. And I'm going to say this. Everyone may know this fact, but I'm not the only one who's LGBTQ in this community. Everyone knows Siren is, but I've learned several other people are. I'm not going to out them unless they want to come in chat or say they are. It's not my story to tell. But do you know how many people acting like that offends too? Saying it's all right for what Miss Flashlight and Miss Potato Head or Mrs. Portland, their excessive use of the F word or making statements of blatant discrimination against us. Oh, it's all right. Pointing to Slobby. He used to excuse Mrs. P's rhetoric. Oh, just don't get her mad. Excuse me? Excuse me? She doesn't have the right. Mrs. Portland didn't have the right to call us all blaming F words. But it was all right because she says, he says, oh, he has every right. That's what he did before. I let that go because she's a weasel, Mrs. P. She comes in here and with her cycles, wash cycles. So the motto of this is if Slobby wants to open up his mouth, we can open up ours. and he wasn't doxxed. And he wasn't doxxed. Jamie just stated his occupation as a bus driver. Didn't state where exactly he worked. Didn't list his employer's address or anything. Just posted a picture of a school, not a school bus, a bus, public transportation. So I think it's more than posting a picture of a bus. Maybe doing flashlight a favor, in my opinion, but all right. So I want to thank everyone for coming tonight. I'm going to shut this down now. So, all right, my membership links on the top, and I'll see everyone another time. All right. See you all later. Bye bye.